Tonight, 2 Air Canada pilots are dead and dozens of others injured after their plane crashed into a vehicle on the runway at New York's LaGuardia Airport. Plus, marking World Tuberculosis Day, the importance in raising awareness around the health, social, and economic consequences of TB. And pursuing their passions, how a group of senior hockey players are being recognized for their dedication to the sport. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. 2 Air Canada pilots are dead and dozens of passengers and crew are injured after an Air Canada Express flight collided with a vehicle on the runway at LaGuardia Airport last night. The airline's CEO released a video statement about the incident.
I want to express our deepest sorrow for everyone affected. Our efforts are focused on the needs of our passengers and crew members, along with their families and loved ones. We know this is a difficult day for everyone, including all of us at Air Canada. We know that there are many questions, but at this early stage, we do not have all the answers, as the circumstances are still being assessed.
76 people were on the plane, with 39 being taken to hospital. Several reports say a flight attendant survived after she was found outside the aircraft, still strapped into her seat. The 2 firefighters in the rescue vehicle were also injured in the crash that happened just before midnight. Passengers who were on board the Air Canada Express flight recounted the panic that followed the collision.
Fear. I mean, it was pretty shocking. I didn't know what to expect. We were honestly sleeping and then landing, and then all of a sudden, boom, woke up in shock. Just didn't know what to do.
One of our friends was several rows back from us, and we walked past him on the way out because he was trying to find his glasses, and his nose was totally broken, bleeding on his face. A lot of people smacked their head against the seat in front of them.
The incident led to LaGuardia Airport being closed for several hours for the investigation, which also impacted flights across eastern North America. A jury has been selected for a murder trial in Brantford. A woman in her 80s, Elfgard Outred, was arrested and charged with second-degree murder back in 2024, accused of killing 82-year-old Gordon Outred 2 years before. CTV's Jeff Pickle has more.
With short gray hair, glasses, and a walker, the elderly defendant, Elfgard Outred, was led into court today to meet the 12 jurors who will ultimately decide her fate.
Outred has been charged with second-degree murder, accused of killing a man, 82-year-old Gordon Outred, back in November of 2022. Gordon was found dead at an address on Salt Springs Church Road, just south of Brantford. At the time, provincial police said the call came in as a sudden death, but it was later ruled a homicide. Over the following months, police put out a number of appeals for information. The second-degree murder charge was not laid against Elfgard until 2024. Due to a publication ban, the relation between the two has not been released, although an obituary for Gordon says he was married to Elfgard for 30 years. The courtroom today was packed with prospective jurors. In the end, 12 jurors, 9 women and 3 men, along with 2 alternates, were selected.
Now that the jury has been selected, the actual trial won't start until next Monday. Today, the judge stated that they are anticipating a 3-week trial. Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Brantford.
A Cambridge woman has been charged with arson after an early morning house fire sent one person to hospital. Emergency crews were called to a home near Adam and Queen Streets around 2 a.m. Saturday. Firefighters managed to put out the flames, but there was significant damage to the home.
As a result of the incident for smoke inhalation, the residents sustained significant damage as a result of the fire. A 38-year-old Cambridge female was arrested and charged with arson.
It's unclear how the fire started. The Ontario Fire Marshal spent the day on scene yesterday. No further details have been released at this time. And we will take our first check on the forecast at this time with Ashley Bacon live in studio on this Monday. Happy Monday to you.
Can you believe it's the first official full week of spring?
And now I'm starting to believe it, except for the snow that we saw out there today. It didn't really make it feel like spring.
It's going to be a little bit of a hard transition, I think, this year. But the good news is we're on the right trajectory. You know, we're getting closer and closer to summer for those of us who love summer. But as you mentioned, there was a bit of flurry activity today, and it was a little cooler feeling. But if we take a look at our satellite, you can see there's not much in the way of precipitation expected over the next 24 hours, which is great news. We should see some sunshine tomorrow. But before then, we've got to get to what's happening right now. Right now it's -1, so we're below seasonal this afternoon, Leanne. 28-kilometer-an-hour winds, but it's already feeling a little cooler than that with the wind chill around -8. So it's definitely not the hot start to spring I think some of us were hoping for. Let's take a live look outside at Mackenzie Avenue in Kitchener. It's a little bit dark, a little bit gloomy, but it's still spring. And I don't know if you can tell, Ian, but there is not a lot of snow in that shot.
Yeah, it looks like we just had that little dusting of flurry activity today, but it didn't stick.
Nope.
All right, we will take a quick break. We'll tell you what you need to know as we do. If you want to learn more about K-pop, you can head over to the museum on March 29th for the K-pop dance experience. The event runs from 3 to 6 p.m. Tickets can be found online.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
Tomorrow marks World Tuberculosis Day. It's a chance to raise awareness about TB, a serious infectious disease that still affects millions of people worldwide. Let's discuss with Dr. Nicola Mercer, the Medical Officer of Health in Wellington, Dufferin, Guelph. Dr. Mercer, thanks for your time as always.
Oh, thank you for discussing this topic.
Of course. Let's start right there. Just tell us more about what tuberculosis is and who is affected by it.
Well, tuberculosis is actually one of the biggest infectious disease killers in the world. So if we look at 24-25 data, we know that over 8 million people in the world contacted tuberculosis. So it is an organism which is spread person to person through the air that you breathe. And many countries, especially poor countries, when people live in very close spaces, so there's many people in a room, these are the countries where we see high incidences of TB. Canada is actually a low incidence country, but unfortunately, we still had 2,500 cases of TB across Canada last year, and 1/3 of those are located in Ontario.
So what are some of the early warning signs that people might ignore or maybe mistake for something less serious?
Yeah, so TB is a little bit of a sneaky disease. So most people, when they actually are infected early on, they actually don't even know. And many people, in fact, the majority of people who actually get TB don't go on to develop any symptoms. It harbors in their lungs in sort of a dormant stage where it could reactivate along the person's lifetime, especially maybe when you're older or you get an illness, it could reactivate. But for those who develop what we call active TB, the typical warning sign is that they develop a cough, sort of a cough that won't go away. They may lose some weight, they may get night sweats. And of course, when you go to see your physician, we have to make the diagnosis with a skin test. Now, most people, if you're listening and you have these symptoms, you probably don't have TB unless you actually have some risk factors for TB, meaning that you have lived or worked in a country where it's pretty common, or somebody in your circle, somebody that you know has TB. So I don't want you to think just because you have a chronic cough that maybe you have TB. It's not very common, but for those people who do have TB, that is one of the early warning signs.
For anyone looking to get tested, how easy is it to do so locally, and is there any cost involved with it?
Well, there's two different kinds of TB testing. So there's testing that many people want, that employers may ask you to do so for work. So if you are a healthcare worker, you're probably used to the fact that you've had to have a TB test before you started work at a new employer. So for that kind of testing, yes, there is a cost, and you can call your local public health unit. We do it here in Guelph or in our Fergus or in Orangeville offices. So we do offer skin testing. But then there is TB skin testing that those of us who are my staff in public health are trying to make a diagnosis. So you or somebody in your circle may have TB, and we are asking you to get tested. So for that, there is absolutely no cost for that kind of testing.
What does the treatment process look like for someone who is going through this?
Yeah, so the treatment is pills, it's medication. Unfortunately, it's actually a number of drugs that you have to take for a fairly long period of time. So most of us are used to having an infection and we take antibiotics for anywhere from, maybe 5 to 10 days at the longest. But when it comes to TB, you will be on medication for many weeks and often for many months, depending on the diagnosis and what kind of TB you have and what the organism in terms of is it sensitive to the medication that we have. So TB treatment is very treatable if we get it early, but it is something that does take a long time and specialized medications to treat.
On this World Tuberculosis Day, what is one thing that you want viewers to remember or do?
I think the most important thing is for people who come from countries where TB is very prevalent, it's almost a bit of a shame for them. And so sometimes people are embarrassed to say that they've had TB. TB is an infectious organism. It doesn't know what your family is or where you're from or where you live. It just spreads person to person, often in circumstances which are related to poverty or poor living conditions. So it's something that I think we need to talk more about, because some people in Ontario in this area have and will get TB, and we need to treat them and we need to follow up on the contacts. But it is just like any other infectious disease. It just happens to be the person that the organism finds in order to spread. So for those in our community who've had it, been treated for it, or living with it, it's something that we can fix, we can treat. And at this World TB Day, we should remember that those countries that have the highest incidence are the poorest countries, and often those people do not have access to treatment. So very grateful for all the treatment and the healthcare that we have here.
Yeah, certainly. And of course, good information to have ahead of World Tuberculosis Day, which is tomorrow, March 24th. Dr. Mercer, thanks for your time and for speaking on this. Dr. Nicola Mercer is the Medical Officer of Health in Wellington, Dufferin, Guelph. Thank you.
And thank you.
Is back with a look at the full forecast. Ash, you mentioned it. It's the first official full week of spring, and it felt a little bit more like winter outside today. I can't say I was ready for the snow with the wind gusts when I stepped outside this morning.
Well, just a reminder to you and our viewers that the snowfall season doesn't officially end until April 30th. Okay, so don't shoot the messenger.
Got it.
Okay, but yes, it was a little bit chilly to start the work week off, and of course added those flurries in, and you gotta forget what season we're in, unfortunately. But if we take a look back outside at the Kitchener Auditorium area tonight, as you can see, Leanne, a little bit of cloud cover there. The sun wants to peek through so bad. We might see it before sunfall or sunset rather tonight, but I'm not going to hold my breath too much. We are still expecting around a 30% chance for flurries for overnight conditions. Good news is the clearing will start to happen after the midnight hour. So we are going to get some clear skies through the night tonight, and we should see the sun tomorrow and at least a little bit into Wednesday. So good news there. We're starting off on, maybe on the wrong foot this week, but not a bad trajectory. Have a look at our futurecast. See how there's flurry activity all around us right now. We're sort of getting little pockets of it here in Waterloo region. Predominantly cloud cover conditions, but that is expected, as I said, to start moving out overnight and into early tomorrow morning. Essentially clear skies for the about 24 hours once that pocket clears out. We are going to get a bit of cloud cover by tomorrow afternoon, but we still might see pockets of sunshine through Tuesday evening, and then again clear skies overnight going into your Wednesday. What's happening right now across the country, starting on the west coast, cloudy conditions in Vancouver and Victoria, 7 and 8 there over the Rockies. The sun's trying to peek through in Calgary and 5. 2 in Saskatoon, 4 in Regina. We're looking at around 3 degrees with a bit of cloud cover in Winnipeg. In our nation's capital, mostly cloudy conditions, not a high of 1, rather. We're sitting at 1 degree. degree. And in St. John's, we're sitting at -4. So not too bad. Things are definitely warming up across the country. Here in Waterloo region, we are sitting at -2, feeling a little cooler than that with the wind chill around -8 at this hour. So again, temperatures not expected to go down too far, but we are still below seasonal tonight. -9 is the expected low. Around this time of year, -5 is the average. So we are a little lower than seasonal, but still not too bad. 4 and sun and cloud tomorrow, so a little bit of a rebound on temperature tomorrow. I suspect with the sun coming out, it should feel a little bit warmer than that 4 degrees, which is great news. Taking a look at our almanac, sun setting now at 7:38 p.m., so we're getting even more daylight. We're approaching really close to that 8 o'clock evening sunset. -9, as I mentioned, is the overnight low. -4 is the normal for this time of year. Back in 2014, we reached -15.6 as a record. So by comparison, -9, a walk in the park. Looking at our first at 5 forecast for Waterloo region, cloudy conditions expected to return for Wednesday and 7 degrees. Rain on Thursday with a high of 11, but by Friday, the sun is looking like it's coming back to start the weekend, Leanne. -1 on Friday.
Okay, we'll look forward to all that sunshine. Ash, thanks so much. Montreal's Concordia University is working to inspire the next generation of women in STEM fields. This weekend, a group of high schoolers got a chance to process life as an engineer. CTV's Sweeta Rassi reports.
It's a combination of two.
These teenage girls are thinking like engineers, working on circuit boards and using their problem-solving skills, and following in the footsteps of the women before them.
During this workshop, we learned that during World War II, men had to go to war, so then women were the ones who were making circuits and stuff like that.
STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, is still a male-dominated field. But 17-year-old Sarah Jane Bonfin says that doesn't intimidate her.
But it gives me a bit more of a courage, as in to prove them wrong and show them that it's not just for men, and I'm going to show you that I can really excel in this field.
16-year-old Jerry Eunice agrees.
Okay, there's more male in this field, but it also started with women. So if you can do it, I can also do it. So yeah.
And that's exactly why Women in Engineering at Concordia University is holding this event. The student-run organization is giving girls aged 12 to 17 a front row seat to STEM, hoping to spark their interest. Elisa Moscato, who is a member of the group, has first-hand experience.
I'm in mechanical engineering, and depending on the classes, sometimes we're like 5 girls out of a class of 100 students.
Most of the workshops are run by university students who not too long ago were in high school, trying to figure out their career path.
Because they're younger, so they can definitely relate to us more, and also they're going through the program, so they can definitely explain how it is.
For 15-year-old Isabella Spagnuolo, the message is simple.
If you believe you can do it, and if you have the talent to do it, then go for it.
No matter who you are. Sweeta Rassi, CTV News.
Still ahead, paying more to watch your favorite series. The annual Couch Potato Report and what it reveals. We'll have the details next. Before you go to break, here's what you need to know. Check out the Psychic Night Dinner with the Dead at EVO Kitchen and Bar tomorrow night. Doors open at 5:30 with dinner at 6. Tickets are $110.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Stars on Ice skates into Canada Life Place Sunday, May 3rd, and CTV Kitchener has your tickets. Enter now for your chance to see the nation's brightest figure skating stars take center ice this spring. Enter now at ctvkitchener.ca.
Here's the final 5 stories we are keeping an eye on this Monday afternoon. A stabbing investigation is underway in Cambridge. Regional police say one person was taken to hospital outside of Waterloo region with serious injuries. People were being warned of an increased police presence in the area of Scrimger Avenue and Ballantyne Avenue. The investigation is ongoing. A new report suggests Canadians are paying more to stream their favorite series. The annual Couch Potato report estimates the 10 leading streaming providers increased their prices by an average of 7% last year. Now, despite that, consumers are continuing to pivot from traditional cable and satellite TV packages to streaming services. However, the streamers themselves are also pushing their subscribers towards plans which include ads. A dog breeder who lives south of Arthur is trying to raise awareness about her favorite animals. Lorraine Jones has owned and been breeding soft-coated Wheaten Terriers for the last 35 years. Her pets also double as competitive show dogs with a list of accomplishments that have taken them all around the world. The breed continues, however, to become more rare, and Jones worries one day they could become extinct.
They're on the vulnerable breed list in Canada, the US, and the UK. So it is, part of it is that people don't know that this breed exists. And once they find them, they go, oh, wow, I wish I had found that before I found a doodle or before I found this, because their temperaments are great. They're great with children. They're great with adults.
At 6, CTV's Karis Mapp will have more on Jones's efforts to extend the breed's lineage. 6 rabbits are getting a second chance after they were found abandoned behind a Rockwood grocery store. The young lionhead rabbits, just a few months old, were discovered by a member of the public Friday night at the Foodland on Alma Street. The Guelph Humane Society stepped in to help, saying the rabbits had been neglected and needed veterinary care. Experts say domesticated rabbits are not equipped to survive in the wild and are asking anyone who knows how they ended up at the grocery store to contact the Provincial Animal Welfare Service. A group of local senior hockey players are being recognized for their continued passion for the sport. 6 players from the KW Daytimers League will be inducted into the 80-plus Hockey Hall of Fame Saturday. The not-for-profit organization nationally recognizes active recreational hockey players 80 years and above. The 6 local players being recognized say they keep playing to stay fit, but also for the camaraderie on and off the ice.
Play 3 times a week with these guys. It's the most fun I've ever had in hockey. And I don't know what I would do if I quit doing this.
Getting the hockey bag and trying to put on your skates is nothing compared to being able to get out on the ice and try to make a few plays.
At 6, Colton Weens will have more on the inductees and the ceremony happening this weekend in Waterloo. Wow, awesome stuff. Can't wait to hear more of their story coming up in the next hour at 6. Tony Grace will have your next local news then. For now, it's over to CTV National. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.